now it's going. So, we have a few exercises here. One of them, without making any noise at all, that I want you to do. Let's say you're sitting there watching TV or something like that. I want you to just take your fingers and set them parallel. Maybe you want to use a mirror in the bathroom to make sure they look like this, okay? And see if you can make them parallel. Now, you don't have to, so say third finger at the 5th fret, second finger around the 4th fret, and then the third finger, it doesn't have to be right in the 3rd fret. It could be somewhere, because we're not making, we're not pressing a string down to make a note. I'm not putting any pressure on these fingers. I'm just laying them, but I'm keeping the first knuckle bent around it, like I would want to if I was going to fret them, but I'm not pressing down. So it's just, what this is just going to train my left hand to this. This is the way I want my fingers to go. Now, one of the things we just talked about was you're becoming more from a straight place like this, and we may need to roll. We don't need to pick our elbow out like this, but we may need to just roll our wrist. We roll our wrist. If we roll our wrist like, clockwise, I guess. Rotate our wrist clockwise. But it has to be, this has to be straight in the end, is what we're going for. But, so if I have that, if you see this now, so this is straight, okay?
Counterclockwise.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
This one is clockwise, isn't
yeah.
it?
Well, don't you want me to, maybe
see what I mean?
We're talking about two different things. I'm talking about moving these, you're talking about moving these, I think. So that's,
I'm talking about the wrist.
So, okay.
So if it's, in other words, we've been kind of playing from a position like this, but if we go like this, and without lifting our elbow way out, like you did, we just want to leave our elbow relaxed, but our grip here is going to be, we're going to see our forearm less. It's going to be kind of turning toward the underneath and the wrist, okay? In order to make it easy to just hold these fingers at a 45-degree angle is the goal of this whole thing. So everybody's hands and wrists and forearms are different. So just kind of look in the mirror and make sure you got this, but you don't have to press these strings down to get a note, We're not after a note. I mean, this is what I got. I'm not even pressing anything down. But I am looking at my fingers in the mirror and making sure that they're at a 45-degree angle now, and so are my fingernails. That's what I'm after. And my thumb, notice, is not all the way back like this. It doesn't have to be. It can be straight. Just don't do this. Don't bring it back over this direction. Okay? Straight, and then this is fine. Okay? And then what I want to do, that's one. You can do that for, as long as you want, but not to the point of pain. It shouldn't hurt too much because there's no pressure on the fingers.
Right.
You're not
and I was pressing when I started this. So.
Right, okay. So now, other one we're going to do is, now we're going to put our finger in that position, our index finger. We get in that position, we're not pressing down the string. Now we're going to lift up these two, right where they were, and press the first finger down and get a note. Right? And then we're going to take that second finger, and we're going to leave that first finger down, and it doesn't have to press the string down to make a sound, but I want it to stay in that 2nd fret area, right back and forth between here, and so that we don't pick the second finger up and move it all the way back here like you were doing. You were bringing it all the way out the fingerboard, and then you have to bring it all the way back. This way, it just hangs above that 4th fret. It goes up, down, while this first finger stays down. So I guess I am holding that first finger. I am fretting that first finger. So something to work on. Don't work on this too long until you get calcium deposits or something.
Okay.
A minute, okay?
Yeah.
Like this, at your own speed. And then also I want you to go, then with your hands, put all 3 fingers back on there with your 3rd finger at the 5th fret into that 45-degree position, and I want you to then pick them all up right in that same position. Right here, we hit the 3rd string open, and then we put the first finger down, just leaving these next two fingers parallel, up above, and then 5th fret. And when we put that 5th fret down, our second finger can just lay down in that 4th fret. Doesn't have to hold anything down. It just is right behind our 3rd finger, so it looks like this. 0, 2, 5. 0, 2, 5. And make sure that that thumb doesn't start going back over here toward the right again. Keep it at least straight. That's pretty good. And this is not a speed exercise. It's more of a training of the finger to keep that angle. Yeah, we're not after speed. We're after direction of the fingers and how they're all going to go together. So you notice that when you do it, this finger's way out here, this one's up here. These are all mixed up. Mine are like this. Mine are, this finger's down.
Can I glue them?
Yeah, so this one's down, and these are still hanging around. Even that was up, there you go, that's better. That's more the idea. All right, that's going to be it.